Our chemistry YouTube channel. I am going to start one rank booster series for the students, those who are going to give their NEET and JEE exam in 2021. For this, I collected questions from the one of the top institute from the quota. So this series will be very helpful to you. So if you like my videos, please subscribe my channel, share with your friends. Thank you. So in this first question, Vogenolysis of which compound gives this product? Means they given 4 options to us. So in these 4 options, which option will go vogenolysis and will form this type of product? So for vogenolysis, I will give one small trick to you. If any alkene is there, for example, CH2 double bond CH2 is there. So if it is going to react with ozone, then how to write product of vogenolysis? So just you break here. So just you break here and you add oxygen like this and CH2 double bond like this. Any product. Vogenolysis of any alkene will give this type of products only. For example, I am taking CH3 C double bond CH2, CH3 CH3 CH double bond CH2 is there. Vogenolysis, if it is reacting with ozone, then very simple to write product CH3, where double bond is there you break, you connect one oxygen this side and one oxygen this side. So that CH3CH double bond O and CH2 double bond O will come. So this is the method how to write vogenolysis product easily. So here you see, first you select this compound. In this compound you break double bond here, and you connect double bond O here and double bond O here, right? Just to check. So formaldehyde is there, CH2 CH3 and CH2 CH3 is there, means this is not our option. So next you break here and you connect oxygen here and oxygen here, so this is also not our product. So you come here and you break here double bond O, so this is also not our product. So just you break here and you connect double bond O here, double bond O. So this is formaldehyde, CH2 CH CH3 CH2 and C double bond O CH3. So answer is this one. So like this we can predict answers are possible for the compound chlorobromobenzene. How many position isomers are possible for bromochlorobenzene? So here if you fix chlorine or bromine, right, remaining group you have to change. For example, I am going to fix chlorine here and I am going to change this bromine position. So this is one possibility, this is one possibility, this is another possibility, this is one more possibility. Means how many position isomers are there having same molecular formula but their position is different. So 1, 2, 3. So that answer is 3. So next one here, decreasing order of acidic strength of the following compound is acidic strength of the following compound. So here we have to remember one thing, acidic strength according to this compound, acidic strength is directly proportional to stability of conjugate base, stability of conjugate base. What is meant by conjugate base? This conjugate base, so hydrochloric acid, so if it release H plus ion, it is going to form H plus and Cl minus. Here it is acid, so here we call this one as a base. One proton difference containing acid base pair we called conjugate acid base pair. So if it is a acid, then Cl minus is called base, conjugate base. Similarly, here it is acid, for example, here this is acid, so if it releases, this is acid, if it releases H plus ion from here, so it is going to form this compound, cyclopentadienyl anion. So how many electrons are there here? Now how many pi electrons are there? 1, 2, 3. So 3 into 2, 6 pi electrons are there. So that it is aromatic compound. It is aromatic compound now. right? So next tropylium cation, tropylium anion will form. Here hydrogen is there. By releasing H plus ion, it is going to form tropylium anion. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 into 2 means 8. 8 pi electrons. 8 pi electrons means it is anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic. So next one. Hydrogen cyanide and this one. Here it will release H plus ion and it is going to form cyclopentadienyl anion. Here cyanide is there and this one. We know that cyanide is electron withdrawing group. So electron withdrawing group will enhance the stability of carbon ion. That cyanide is electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group will enhance the stability of carbon ion. So now it is aromatic as well as it gets stabilized by the electron withdrawing group. There are two benefits are there. Aromaticity is there as well as electron withdrawing group gets stabilized. Electron withdrawing group will stabilize carbon ion. So among three, this one is more stable. This one is more stable. So anti-aromatic and aromatic. So aromatic is more stable. So first stability order will come for this. Means the order is Z will come, then after X will come, then after Y. So order will be like this. Acidic strength is directly proportional to stability of conjugate base. So the stability of conjugate base will be like this. Ortho and para directing group among the following. So here we know that electron donating group will act as ortho comma para directing, because electron density will increase at ortho and para when electron donating group is present. So here among all, electron donating group is this one. So I am taking that group on benzene like this, NH, C double bond O, CH3. Here on nitrogen lone pair of electron is there, it will shift like this. When it shift like this electron pair, then this bond will shift like this. So because of that, double bond N, C double bond O, CH3, here plus will come, here negative charge like this. So if it shift like this, then this bond will shift like this. So now at ortho position and para position electron density will increase. So this group will direct the upcoming electrophile to ortho position and para position. In which of the following positive charge not involved in resonance? So just you check whether it will involve in resonance or not. So if I shift double bond like this, then it is going to participate in resonance. Here double bond will come, here positive charge, here. So if I shift like this, then so means it is participating in resonance structure. So this is not our answer. So on oxygen lone pair of electron is there, so that's why it is also will participate in resonance structure. So here you see on nitrogen one lone pair of electron will present. When positive charge is there, means that lone pair of electron is not there. When lone pair of electron is not there, it cannot participate in resonance structure. So answer is this one. The following alkene is least stable, they are asking. So when stability of alkenes will come, in such case we have to follow one rule, that is Sedgwick rule. According to Sedgwick rule, highly substituted alkene is more stable. That is one rule we can say. And one more thing also is there, based on hyperconjugation also we can predict stability. So according to hyperconjugation, if number of alpha hydrogens increases, according to according to hyperconjugation, if number of alpha hydrogens increases, then stability of that alkene also will increase, right? We will check both with respect to both the rules. So here how many hydrogens are there, you check first. Here also one carbon is there, right? Here how many hydrogens are there? To check stability, first rule is what? So on these double bond containing carbons, how many hydrogens are there, you check. Here 2 hydrogens are there. Here how many hydrogens are there? Here there is no hydrogen, here only one hydrogen is there. Here how many hydrogens are there? Here also one hydrogen is there. Here how many hydrogens are there? 0 hydrogens are there. So on double bond containing carbon, if more hydrogens are there, means that is less substituted. That is less substituted. Less substituted alkenes are less stable. Highly substituted alkenes are more stable. So among 4, which one is less substituted? So this one is less substituted. So that answer is this one. So now according to hyperconjugation, now you check alpha hydrogens nearby sp2 carbon. Near adjacent to sp2 carbon, we call it as alpha. How many alpha hydrogens are there here? 1 alpha, 2 alpha. Here 2 alpha hydrogens are there. Here 3 alpha hydrogens are there. Here 1, 3, 4 and 5. Total 5 alpha hydrogens are there. Here 5 alpha hydrogens are there, right? Here 5, here 1, 6 alpha hydrogens are there. Here 6 alpha hydrogens are there. So you check alpha hydrogens like that. You check number of alpha hydrogens like that. So where number of alpha hydrogens are less, that will be less stable. So stability of alkene is directly proportional to alpha hydrogens. Alpha hydrogens. Where number of alpha hydrogens are less, this one. So again answer is this one. If you check with respect to hyperconjugation and with respect to Sertjeff rule, with respect to hyperconjugation, both the cases you will get same answer.